Hey, welcome everyone to Park Avenue Trading. Tom here, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in insane markets. Welcome to the daily analysis. It is Tuesday at 8:37 in the morning on December 17th, 2024, and we are moving into the Christmas holiday season, and generally banks are starting to wind down. Um, so we could have very thin markets creating some really false moves and crazy volatility. Not that that doesn't happen always in Forex, but it does. But it does more often at this time of year. So anyway, looking at dollar yen right now, dollar yen has a support point on the day at 153.50. That is the level that needs to hold to basically show that it still has some strength. I'll go to like, I'll cheat a little bit, go down and change my pivot to this low bar's close, right? Like not this bar before the spike up close right there is the important point that it needs to hold above. In order to show any type of strength, it needs to get over that 154. Let's say, let me go right over here. It needs to get over 154.15 to show any type of strength, and then it's got the resistance right at the high of 154.40. Let's see if I can draw here. 154, close enough. 154.14, 154.15. That's the point it needs to get over in order to show some strength. If it pops that, what you could expect it's going to probably try to attack the high at 154.48. If it could get through 154.48, it does have resistance again at 154.80. So you got your major like resistance point on the day at 154.80. Now, if it can muster up enough steam to get through that, then it's opening up 155 and a half. I don't know. It's Tuesday. Sorry I missed yesterday's analysis. Had a little bit of a internet problem in the area, which shows you that you really need dedicated lines. But even if I had a dedicated line, the guy told me that it wasn't going to be working. Something happened. I don't know. Maybe it's all. Maybe we're going to have drones flying in Florida soon. Who knows? So that's telling you right now. So the main support point is 153.44. If it breaks down through 153.44, it's got support at 152.96. So I'll just give that just in case. Right there, 152.97. There's your support point. Next support point on the bottom. If it breaks that, then it's opening up to 151 and a half. But I don't see that happening. It looks like dollar yen is kind of consolidating, perhaps even gaining more steam. Let's go over to sterling dollar. Sterling dollar is quite interesting. Sterling dollar basically showing some signs of life. It has recovered off of its lows. There is resistance at 127.35. Right now, it's got a hold above 126.40 to show that it still has some type of oomph behind it on the day. So let's put it down here, 126, right down in here. It needs to stay above that in order to show that it could potentially get to the 127.35 level, 127.40. It still hasn't broken out of its bearish tone yet. It's still bearish. All depends on the muzzle velocity of dollar yen. If dollar yen can really take off, then probably sterling's coming back down into the lower rectangle that we've been talking about. So right now, as it stands, resistance is at really 127.15-ish right now. Then we got the 127.35. The main support point on the day is this 126.40. If it breaks that, we're probably heading down towards the 125.80 level. 125.80. Close enough. Now, if that goes, it's opening up 125.20. But again, I don't really see much happening today as far as real, true market excitement. It will occur by the end of the week because then we're going into the holiday week where everybody takes off, so they square positions. And then the big guys get together and decide, what their philosophy for the next year is going to be, because the new administration's coming in. Are they going to be dollar hawks, which they appear to be? They want to continue to try to keep the US dollar as the reserve currency of the world, which is very important to finance the US's debt. I could do a video on that too. That's an interesting subject. But so we stand with good old sterling dollar. Euro dollar. Okay. Recovered a little bit off of the lows by rallying to the 154, 105.40 level. Really, the important point is very, very close. It's really down here. I'm going to use the low bars close. 104. Oops, what is that? Let's get rid of that thing. I don't know what that thing is. Hang on here. 104, say 80-ish. It's got to hold above this level. If it breaks this level, it's tracking down to 104.50. So it's basically staying in the range that if you go back to a previous video, I talked about how we were in like a rectangle and it's kind of shifted down a little bit. It's still within that rectangle. So really now the upper part of the rectangle is 105.40 and the lower part is 104, say 50. I could say we could go like this. We can go here. Like this is the new kind of rectangle for it. Okay. Now, if it breaks that 104.40 level, we're heading down to 103.80. Let's get over to sterling yen. This one has, hang on a second here. Let's get out of drawing mode, exit drawing mode. Let's go over to sterling yen. Okay. As it stands right now, I mean, it showed some strength due to sterling dollar recovering. It really wasn't. Dollar yen moved up a bit, but sterling dollar did recover. That's a good sign for sterling yen. It's still neutral to. It's still in a bearish movement of. I mean, a bullish movement of a big bear leg, but it hasn't broken out yet. But it is threatening to, and it's showing some signs of life. However, for the day, and we're only concerned with day trading, we got to stay above this 195.12 level. That's a really important level. If it breaks down through 195.12, we're looking probably coming back down to the 194.53 level. Now, where's the main resistance on this thing? Hang on, let me get a point. The main resistance is 196.10. That's an important resistance point. If it could get through that, it's really showing that it's got some potential to move higher. I would start paying attention to sterling dollar at that point, looking for levels, see where you can get in, get long to see if that's the one that's moving. If dollar yen's the one that's moving, just play the dollar yen trade, stay long dollar yen or get long dollar yen on a dip. The warning level is right here. It's 195.29, 195.30. If it breaks through that, it's threatening to get down through that main level of 12. If it does break the main level of 12, then like we said, we're going down to, let me see something here. What do I got? I got 194. 194.15. Ooh. Okay, that's all right. 194.15. The next line of defense. That's fine. Right there, 194.15. I know it's not exactly perfect. All right, let's go over to Euro Yen. All right, Euro Yen, we had a weekly point at 162.61. It's still there. If you watch the weekly analysis, basically came up to it, got rejected, came back down to what, 161.10ish. Right now at 161.53. It's a tough call on euro yen because euro dollar really hasn't done anything. It's all going to be dependent on dollar yen, but we got resistance at 161.90 right here. And we got support at, hang on, I got to pull out some volatility analysis. Okay, we got support, got resistance right here. Sorry, let's do that one first. 161.90. I don't really like that it broke down through, say, right now it's playing right at a pivot point. And if it breaks lower and it gets down to, it's going to have a support at 160.91. If it breaks 160.91, it's opening its way up to 160.45. That's close enough. 160.45. So it's some really tight levels in euro yen right now, but it needs to get through this 191 to try to get back up and attack this 162.61. If it's able to do that and break that, then we're going like 163.5. But euro yen has kind of been still bearish, and it's in a bullish leg of a major bear move. So, we're coming close to the 166. Like what would be the high on the year? 166.70 or something like that. So I gotta look. I think it was 166.70. So we've retraced back down to 156. Now we're coming back up. Now, if you measure that big move, look for your 618 and 82 retracement level on the top for a Fibonacci like coffin box to determine, okay, where's the big area of resistance that I should be looking to see if it's going to break or fail at. So here we have the daily points for today. I hope they help you out. And remember, head on over to parkavenuetrading.com, check out some articles, get yourself a free ebook if you still like to read ebooks. Also, please share my videos far and wide. I want to thank all my new subscribers. Give me a thumbs up. Leave some comments for me. Tell me what you think, what you want to see. Like if you want me to talk more about Fibonacci and you want me to talk more about trading systems, let me know in the comments. I think that trading systems are really important because they define like what you should be doing. And they define when you shouldn't be doing anything. And if you could learn to not do anything when you don't have any ideas or there's nothing happening for your system, that's great because you don't take any type of foolish trades. So remember, always enjoy the party, but dance near the door. And I will see you in the next video. Cheers.